And good afternoon. Welcome to a brand new season of Mules Baseball. I'm Frankie Castillo, joining us right now in his fourth season as the head coach. I've got Coach John David Patillo. And Coach, what a great day to begin our high school baseball season. Mules against Gosnell. It doesn't get any better on opening day.
Oh, yeah. Sun's shining and can't ask for any better weather. It sounds like we're going to have some good weather this weekend, too, to play in. So.
It really does. So for those who don't know, it's got a new look to this team. Also, some veterans coming back. You are loaded this year with seniors, but you were telling me off the air that even the underclassmen, you've got several that can come in and play at any given moment.
Oh, yeah. And we feel real comfortable with our team. We like what we've got, to work with. I sat down 2 nights ago and wrote down 3 different lineups and, had a multiple of 15 or 16 of the kids. So, we feel like we've got some depth. Our young kids are going to give us some depth and some pitching. Our older guys have got to, do a good job this year on the mound and lead our young guys.
We don't have a easy way into this season. Tonight here in Bluff, on the road tomorrow and on Saturday. Let's get to Gosnell. They're coming in 4-4. They've got 8 games under their belt so far. Your thoughts on them?
Yeah, they get to start about 4 weeks earlier than we do, but
it seems that way.
Yeah, it is, and they get a little jump on us, but that's okay. They've been a good ball club. I think they won their state 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, but a good program. And so them coming in, we'll jump into the fire and get after it and then turn around and, head to Branson. And all 3 of our opponents last year all won over 20 games. And so good programs, and we'll be ready to get after it.
They're going to go with Easton Dixon on the mound. His second start this season, 3 innings in his first start. He's earned run average 4.667. How crucial will it be for your team to get off to an early start over Dixon here today?
Well, it's crucial anyway, one way or the other. It's Miles came over a while ago. He said, "Coach, we need to get rolling early so we can get out of here quickly." I said, "Yeah, you're right." But no. Don't know what to expect. First game, we just hopefully have gone over enough and explained enough and have shown our kids enough that, whether we see, a 70-mile-an-hour lefty or an 85-mile-an-hour righty, we just have to adjust, play it early, and do what we do best.
I love opening day. You've had all spring to think about it. Who's going to be that first guy on the mound? And then playing 4 more games at this weekend, pitch count-wise, obviously, it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah. Ryan will start today. We're geared to probably have him throw 30, but he could go up to 45. That would still allow him to come back on Saturday. We're not going to throw him a ton over the weekend, but he may need to get us, a couple innings in over the weekend, and then he'll come back and probably start against Kennett on Tuesday for the our first conference game.
Absolutely. For your offense here, what guys in the lineup are you looking to step up today and make a big statement to get this season off to a good start?
Well, like I said, all these seniors, we're looking for some adjustments. Last year we had a couple of them that, some of these guys have started me for 4 years, and a couple of them kind of went backwards a little bit in hitting. But, not bad. But, we've got a mature group, and I just expect them to step into the plate and be ready to hit, do the little things, move people around, drive people in, and just do all the little things that we need to do.
All right, Coach. Best of luck to you. Go get them today, and let's get a big W. We'll see you guys afterwards.
All right, man. Thanks.
You betcha. Head coach here, John David Patillo, joining us live. I'll step out of the camera shot. We are coming to you live on the radio, Facebook, and on YouTube. It is opening day, and what a great day. Beautiful afternoon in Poplar Bluff. The wind, not a big deal today. It's going to be a great time, Tim, as we show our viewers, if you're watching us on the video, the Mules are wrapping up their I.O. We're going to see Gosnell coming up in just a moment. In the meantime, we'll go to our first commercial break. It is our pregame. It's all being brought to you by our good friends at Wolf Creek Power Sports. We've got Mules baseball coming your way beginning at the top of the hour. We are under 24 minutes away from the opening pitch between the Pirates of Gosnell and your Poplar Bluff Mules. We're coming back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball Live on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Every town needs a shop like Kevin's Auto Repair and Tire. Honest, reliable, and right around the corner. Kevin and Dora treat every customer like family, offering AC service, alignment, suspension work, brakes, tractor tires, and more. Need a tow? They'll come get you. At Kevin's Auto Repair and Tire, they take care of the community with fair prices and solid repairs. Call 573-840-5053 today. Kevin's Auto Repair and Tire on Cravens Road in Poplar Bluff.
We know the back roads. We know fixer-uppers and the forever home. We know real estate. We know hard work. And we know how to bring families home. PB Realty, a premier brokerage.
Struggling to find that perfect gift for that person who has everything? Find unique treasures at the gift chest.
At Whitworth's Gift Chest Jewelers, we have over 6 decades of expertise bringing you unique and beautifully crafted jewelry, gifts, and one-of-a-kind artwork.
We are locally and family-owned, and we also offer custom creations, jewelry repairs, and we buy scrap gold, silver, and platinum. Let our family take care of yours. That's Whitworth's Gift Chest Jewelers,
where Walmart is next door to us in Poplar Bluff.
From little bites to big appetites, there's something for everyone. At Costello's Restaurant in Poplar Bluff, we serve fresh, made-to-order meals that satisfy every craving. From St. Louis-style pizzas to hand-cut certified Angus beef steaks, fresh seafood, and home-style pastas, every bite is packed with flavor. Costello's makes the perfect date night or a meal out with friends and family. Start your morning with our full breakfast menu available every day. Costello's, where every meal is a masterpiece.
Looking to make your home more comfortable, functional, and stylish? At Hefner Furniture and Appliance, we've got everything you need to create the perfect space. From cozy sofas and plush recliners to beautiful bedroom sets, dining furniture, and top brand mattresses that guarantee a great night's sleep. With easy financing options and free local delivery, Hefner makes it simple and affordable to bring comfort home. Visit our massive showroom in Poplar Bluff. You can also browse and shop anytime online at hefnerfurniture.com.
All right, so we are back here live in Poplar Bluff. It is almost that time. Mules baseball in 20 minutes from right now. And it's our season opener. The Mules against the Pirates out of Gosnell, Arkansas. You just heard Coach Patillo a few moments ago, and he was letting us know that his team is ready for the challenge. I've got Kyler Messenger with me today. You got a chance to hear the coach, and he looks like, from his perspective, that this team is ready for the challenge. They've got lots of juniors and seniors, but also some underclassmen. And who knows, that this could be a special season coming up for the Poplar Bluff Mules.
It could be, Frankie. You got to talk about the context around this game that Coach Patillo was talking about. They got a Branson tournament coming up this weekend where they are going to leave, and you're going to leave too, Frankie. Right after the game ends, or sometime after the game ends, Coach Patillo talked about it in your pregame interview. They got here early. They're trying to show out in the very first game of the season, handle business, and head into their weekend away tournament on a strong start.
It's going to be interesting to see how the pitching is used today. As you heard Coach Patillo, Ryan Tenchavez, obviously one of our aces on the pitching staff, he'll go about 30 to 45 pitches, and after that, who knows? I mean, we could see 4 to 5 guys coming in today because we've got 2 games coming up on Friday and then 2 more games on Saturday as well.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me, Frankie, of this World Baseball Classic type tournament that we just saw around. Everybody saw it. Venezuela won the World Baseball Classic, but these pitchers in the early series of that tournament had a pitch count. It's kind of like today's game. They got games coming up this weekend. You heard Coach say that the starter, Ryan Tenchavez, today is going to start most likely again on Tuesday. So a pitch count and multiple pitchers is something to watch today for Poplar Bluff.
You know, as we get ready, we've got a great tournament coming up, or a great round robin this weekend. It'll give us the chance to see how good we really are. But then next Tuesday, we're going to begin our conference play against Kennett right here at home. And I know for the Mules, their dream this season, not only to have a stellar record, but they want that CMO conference as well. It all begins coming up in just a little under a week, starting next Tuesday.
Absolutely, Frankie. Poplar Bluff, a team that can absolutely compete in the CMO Conference. That tournament will come up later this year, but they're not just focused on the tournament. They're focused on the district and the end of the year. This team's got depth, like you said, Frankie. They got juniors. They got seniors. They even got underclassmen that are able to play. So we're going to see what type of season the Mules start off with tonight.
Man, it is a great time to have Mules baseball. This is my 10th season calling Mules baseball, 17 overall for Poplar Bluff. 10 years on the mic here for baseball season. It feels like it just started yesterday. We're going to have a great time. So tell us about yourself, Kyler, a little bit. You do some SEMO Redhawks baseball games as well, and also call the other sports for our sister stations in the Cape Girardeau area.
Yeah, Frankie. Well, I'm 20 years old, a multimedia journalism student over at SEMO, aspiring sports broadcaster, trying to be just like you, Frankie.
Don't be like me. Be more like Tim.
Well, I do want to be on the broadcast side of it, but Tim, a dog handling the camera, something I do over there at SEMO as well. Look, I do the play-by-play broadcast for Jackson High School basketball at the sister station, River Radio, and then I do ESPN broadcast for SEMO. So you'll catch me on SEMO softball games doing play-by-play all season. You'll catch me next fall for SEMO volleyball and then for SEMO soccer as well in the fall. Trying to pick up as many opportunities as possible, Frankie.
We're glad to have you alongside here this afternoon as well. So if you're Coach Patillo, you're expected to have a really good season coming in. 5 games in 3 days. What do you think the message is to the team? How critical will it be for this Mules team to get off to an early start and keep this rolling? As he said, as Miles Johnson said, get out of here early with a win.
Absolutely. A win against Gosnell would be huge. I got a little bit of a stat now. It's from Max Preps, and Poplar Bluff has not played a baseball game yet this season, so the context is important. But Poplar Bluff is theoretically on Max Preps, the 100th ranked team in Missouri baseball. That's no regardless of class. They're just 100th. Over on the Arkansas side, on Max Preps, Gosnell is ranked 118th in the state of Arkansas. If Poplar Bluff can start the season off 1-0, that will be a huge, huge start for them to go into this weekend's tournament, starting with a win. That's just how you want to start the season. But Coach Patillo talked about it a little bit. It's one game at a time, one pitch at a time. You just come to play baseball.
Let's talk about the Pirates here of Gosnell. They are coming in 4-4 this season. As a team, they are averaging .345 behind the dish. Obviously, you look at their RBIs, 39 runs driven in so far this season. They do strike out through 8 games at 52 strikeouts. They've only walked 31 times. So for the Mules, Ryan Tenchavez, a junior for this team, he is obviously number one when it comes to their pitching ace. He knows 30 to 45 pitches is going to be his limit, and you better believe he wants to come out and have a strong outing and get this team off to a good start.
I mean, Tenchavez, we'll see how many innings he ends up throwing. Your goal is to throw as many innings as possible. He knows he's on that pitch limit, so he's going to try and go 3 up, 3 down every inning, get as many batters as he can today. It'll be interesting. We got a good pitching matchup today. Tenchavez on the mound for the Mules. You talked with Coach Patillo earlier about the starters for the Pirates. It's Easton Dixon on the mound. A great pitching matchup today. 2 juniors on the mound.
Absolutely. We look at if you're watching us on Facebook and on YouTube, the 2 head coaches now shaking hands in lineups. It is Eric Coots of the Gosnell Pirates, 4-year head coach, and of course our Poplar Bluff Mules head coach, John David Patillo. He is also in his 4th season. His record, 47 wins, 41 losses, a winning percentage of .534 this season. His expectations are his team will be above 20 or so wins. If they can do that, this team would be successful, and that's coming from the coaches. They believe that they've got the talent and they've got the depth to make that happen. Let's see if they can get to 20 wins coming up. We've got the starting lineups on the way. We've got the national anthem, and the first pitch is coming up. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. It is the Mules and the Pirates. We are live in Poplar Bluff. Back in 30 seconds on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Insurance decisions shouldn't be a shot in the dark. With expert advice, personalized service, and a wide range of carriers, Ozark Legacy Insurance Partners should be your first choice. We're not just experienced agents. We're your partners. We offer a wide range of carriers for tailored coverage and better rates. So expect a handshake, a chat, and solutions that fit like a well-tailored suit. For auto, home, business, life, health, and even Medicare, make Ozark Legacy Insurance Partners your first choice for insurance. It's our family protecting your family.
Well, before we get into baseball, I want to step back for just a moment, talk about some high school basketball in the Class 4 state championship. The Donovan Donettes trailing Stratford at halftime at 35-28. If anybody can get their team up and going in the second half, it is head coach Adam Epps of the Donovan Donettes, and they are poised, I still believe, Kyler, they are poised to come back and win a second consecutive state championship.
Well, it is the month for it, Frankie. It's March. You know, March Madness just started in Division I college basketball. It's a great month for basketball, and even a better month for the baseball season to get started. You got that crossover between the end of the basketball season and the start of the baseball season. And, man, I could not be more excited to be here for the start of it. Donovan hopefully looking for, as Frankie said, their back-to-back state championship wins.
So coming up, we're going to go over to Brandon Spain. He is our PA announcer this season again. He will have the starting lineups and our national anthem. Coming up, it is Mules Baseball. Let's welcome in Brandon Spain, our PA announcer.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Bobby Strenfel Field here at Poplar Bluff High School on this beautiful opening day for baseball. Today, we welcome the Pirates from Gosnell, Arkansas. We're going to go ahead and get to today's starting lineups. Up first for the visiting Pirates. Batting first and playing center field, number 3, Grant Glitboard. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 8, Kelso Hassel. Batting third and playing third base, number 13, Brian Hernandez. Batting fourth, playing catcher, number 12, Camden Lacotts. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 0, Jake Riggs. Batting sixth, the pitcher for today, number 20, Easton Dixon. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 9, Alonzo Lambert. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 21, Manuel Lara. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 4, Aiden Mann. And now, here's your starters for your hometown Mules. Batting first, playing center field, number 13, Brant Bell. Batting second, playing second base, and number 1, Marcus Tabanera. The man behind the plate, batting third, number 12, Bryce Dobbs. Your cleanup today, playing right field, number 16, Cade Huffman. Playing shortstop, number 4, batting fifth, Miles Johnson. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 10, Ryan Tenchavez. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 3, Brock Campbell. Batting 8th, playing left field, number 15, Luke Seagraves. And batting 9th, playing first base, number 8, Drew Cooper. At this time, would everyone please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
So let's get right into it. Here is our starting lineups. Let's go offensively for the Pirates out of Gosnell, coming in 4-4 on the season. Leading off is going to be Grant Glentborg. He is at center field. Batting second, the shortstop is Kelso Hassel. Batting third, the third baseman at number 13, Brian Hernandez. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 12, Camden LaCotte. And batting fifth, he's at second base today, number 0, Jake Riggs. Batting sixth, he'll be the pitcher. It is number 20, Easton Dixon. Batting in the seventh spot, the first baseman, number 9, Alonzo Lambert. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 21, Manuel Lara. And batting ninth at left field, number 4, Aiden Mann. That is your offensive lineup for Coach Coots of the Pirates out of Gosnell. Defensively for your Poplar Bluff Mules, let's get right into it. In left field at number 15, Luke Seagraves. In center field, it is the junior number 13, Brent Bell. In right field, the senior number 16, we've got Cade Huffman. Let's go around the horn now. At third base, it is number 3, the sophomore Brock Campbell. At shortstop, another senior for the Mules, Miles Johnson. He'll be at short. At second base, another senior, number 1, Marcus Tabanera. Over at first base, it is senior Drew Cooper. Behind the plate, we've got number 12, Bryce Dobbs. And on the mound for the Poplar Bluff Mules, we've got the junior Ryan Tanchavez, making his first start of the season. He went 4-1 a season ago. He went 37 1/3 innings, giving up 26 hits, 12 runs, at 6 earned. He walked 10, struck out 36. He also hit 6 batters as well. Those are the numbers for the Poplar Bluff Mules. So glad to have you alongside on a gorgeous Thursday afternoon. We've got beside us here, we've got Kyler Messenger. I'm Frankie Castile. It is now coming up on the first pitch, 76 degrees here in Poplar Bluff. And let's get going. It is Mules baseball. Tanchavez begins, and here we go. First pitch is up high. We are off and running. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes here to the leadoff man, Grant Glentborg. He is the center fielder. He is batting .412 on the season as the leadoff takes ball 2 a little high, 2 balls and no strikes.
You always know you got a star player when you're the starting center fielder and the starting leadoff batter, Frankie. Definitely a good player Glentborg is, who's up to bat right now. Tanchavez going to have to work back in this count.
No homers, but 4 RBIs in that leadoff spot, and there's a strike right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brian Chilton behind the plate today. He'll be calling the balls and the strikes. Tanchavez gets the sign that he wants and comes set. Here is the 2-1 pitch on the way. In there for a call strike. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our scoreboard at the field it is not working today. Thankfully, we've got that on our Facebook and our YouTube stream. 2 balls and 2 strikes, no score for the opening batter of this season. Downstairs and just misses for a ball. It is a full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And we know that Tanchavez will have a limit of no more than 45, but good job to Glintborg, already running it up to 6 on the opening batter. Here's the payoff pitch on the way. There's a ground ball hit sharply to Tabanera. Takes it on a hop over to first base, not in time. It'll be an infield base hit. Good base running by Glintborg, and he is aboard, nobody out in the top of inning number 1.
Yeah, Frankie, I mentioned it a second ago. The starting center fielder, he bats first on this team. Glintborg starts the game off with an infield single. He's starting center field and starting first. You know the kid's fast. You would have liked to see a little more aggression on that chopper, but that was a high ground ball. Really difficult baseball to field and play.
Kelso Hassel coming up to the plate now. He is batting .333 this season. Good lead by Glintborg at first base. Swing and a miss, and now it is no balls and 1 strike. Quick strike here on the swing and the miss. Runner on first base, Tanchavez. His limit is no more than 45. If he stays under 45, he'll come back on Saturday and do some more pitching. And that is the plan, to keep him under that 45 mark. The goal would be under 30. Swing and a miss quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Tanchavez don't want to rush it too much. Looks like he might be settling down after that infield base hit.
He started this game off 2-0, 2 balls, no strikes. Needed to work down back, and he has only thrown a single ball since. It's tough to get in a full count on your first batter, but he's totally working back from behind.
Runner at first base. Glintborg takes off, swing and a miss, and out there and out at second base. A bang-bang double play. How about that? Dobbs, you can't steal on him. Dobbs has that cannon for a reason. And just like that, 2 down here in the top of inning number 1.
I don't think that you wanted to give up that very first base runner. But with that being said, I don't think that Coach Patillo could have drew up a better start to this baseball game. Essentially, a fake double play on that last play.
Swing and a miss, and just like that, down a strike here after the quick double play. That was a great job there by Dobbs. 2 down here in the inning now. And now Tanchavez comes back, and here's the pitch. It's going to be a little bit inside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
If you're Tanchavez, you got to love the defense from your starting catcher, Dobbs. I mean, what a baseball that he threw to second. Tag was applied beautifully. Great all-around play by the Mules.
Tanchavez comes set. Here's the 1-1. It is up high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count, 2 down. Wind blowing out toward left field. Not too bad of a wind today. We're talking 5 to 10 miles an hour. As we get deeper in the weekend in Springfield, though, that wind will be an issue. This one is inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And only because we're going to mention this a lot because of our 4 games this weekend. Tanchavez, pitch number 14 coming up in the inning. They were hoping to keep him under 30. Would love to see him get out of this with not too many more pitches and see what the offense can do. It's going to be a 2-out walk. Runner on first base. And now coming up to the plate now is the cleanup hitter, Camden LeContz. He is the catcher today for Coach Coots. As LeContz comes up to the plate. LeContz here this season, he is batting .300. He's got 4 RBIs. Pretty fast runner as well, standing on first base. Tanchavez comes set. Good lead by Hernandez. Here's the pitch. This one is fouled out of play. It's no balls and a strike. So no balls and 1 strike here as Tanchavez looking to get out of the inning. Bell, Tabanera, and Dobbs all due up in the first for the Mules. If anybody gets on, Cade Huffman will bat in the 4th spot. Tanchavez just trying to get out of the inning. Runner on first base. This one fouled away again. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. I think I heard the doink there. Maybe that was your car, Tim. Could have been. No balls and 2 strikes. It's 330 down the lines of 400 in a straightaway center. The Mules defense, the outfield playing in somewhat. Here is the pitch, swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes. So one left on base. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Mules are coming up next. It is Bell, Tabanera, and Dobbs. It took just 17 pitches. We're back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball Live on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Head to Heartland Express in Poplar Bluff, where amazing service meets mouth-watering meals. Start your day with a full breakfast bar made fresh every morning. Then come back for lunch and dinner specials that'll keep your taste buds cheering and your wallet smiling. Craving something late? Try our new cook-to-order menu from 2 p.m. to 5 a.m. That's right, Heartland Express is open 24/7, serving up hometown flavor around the clock. From hearty breakfast to satisfying lunches, come see why locals love it. Find them on Facebook at Heartland Express Market and make your next meal a hometown favorite.
So now the Mules are coming up to the plate now, and let's go ahead and get you to the offensive lineup for Poplar Bluff. Once again, leading things off, it'll be Brant Bell, the center fielder. He'll bat first, batting second, the second baseman, Marcus Tabanera. Batting third, the catcher is Bryce Dobbs. In the cleanup spot, it is the right fielder, Cade Huffman. Batting fifth, he is at shortstop, Miles Johnson. Batting sixth, it is the pitcher, Ryan Tanchavez. Batting seventh at third base, the sophomore Brock Campbell. Batting eighth, it is the left fielder Luke Seagraves. And batting ninth, it is Drew Cooper for the Mules. Let's go around the infield here for the Pirates out of Gosnell. Over in left field, it'll be Aiden Mann. In right field, Manuel Lara. In center field, it is Grant Glintborg. Let's go to third base. It is Brian Hernandez. At shortstop is Kelso Hausel. At second base, Jake Riggs. At first base, Alonzo Lambert. Behind the plate, it is Camden LeConte. And on the mound, it'll be for the Pirates, Easton Dixon. He is coming in, making his second start of the season. He is the lefty on the mound. His earned run average is 4.667. He has pitched 3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 6. Those are the numbers for Mr. Easton Dixon of the Pirates out of Gosnell, as his team is coming in 4-4 on the season. Mules now have a chance to come out, and let's see what they are able to do. Getting out of that first inning with a runner on first base. Really had no issues after the double play there, Kyler, and we'll see now with the Mules. We'll see what Brant Bell, the junior, can do on that leadoff spot.
Absolutely. You got the starter for Gosnell, a lefty, Easton Dixon. So it's a lefty-righty matchup to start this baseball game off.
Brant Bell leads in. A season ago went 348. Fouls this one away to the screen. No balls and 1 strike. Bell last season, what an unbelievable year, 348. Ended up with 14 RBIs overall. Did not strike out much as well. And let's see what he does here in this leadoff spot as a junior for the Mules. Here is the 0-1 pitch. Up high for a ball. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Count is even. Count is even at 1-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Still no score. Lots of Mules fans tuning in on Facebook and on YouTube. This one is fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Bell going to try to take him deep in this count. He is only making his second start of the season. Mules able to get them shut down in that first inning. Gave up a couple of base runners, the double play on a steal and a strikeout. Still able to get out of the inning. Up high, count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. So after we're done today, we will hit the road and go to Branson tomorrow for 2 ball games at 10 o'clock in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. Saturday in Springfield. This one has popped up and it looks like it's going to get out of play. So we'll do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Now, Bell has not hit the ball into fair territory yet, but this is his first at-bat all season, and he swung 3 times. I think you got to love the aggression if you're the head coach of Poplar Bluff, John David Patillo. He swung on the very first pitch of the game, very first pitch of the season, and Bell is in here swinging. I think you got to love the aggression.
Here is the 2-2 pitch on the way. This one fouled away, so we'll do it again. Good at bat here by Brant Bell and by Easton Dixon. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We talk about Poplar Bluff's pitcher being on a pitch count because of that tournament in Branson this weekend. Gosnell on their side has a game tomorrow. They play Armorel tomorrow, so we'll see if they want their pitcher to go long.
Fouled away behind us. Good at bat here. At the end of 3, Donovan climbing back down 53-48. We're talking about basketball here. We want to see our Donettes win back-to-back state championships, and they can do it. They're down just by 7. We'll see, or make that down by 5, rather. Coach Adam Epps and company looking to win back-to-back state championships. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch number 8 on the way. This one is up high. It's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Frankie, pitch number 8, that was pitch number 8, and this is the first batter of the game. A fantastic at-bat for Brant Bell right now. Brings the count to full.
It does indeed. A full count payoff pitch, a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, 1 away. Good at-bat, though, by Brant Bell. And now Marcus Tabanera coming up to the plate. The last time we saw Tabanera a season ago, he ended it on the pitcher's mound, and he was phenomenal on the pitcher's mound. So with 4 minutes to go, it is now 63-53. Donovan down by 10. In the 4th quarter, this one's going to get Tabanera back to baseball. And just like that, the Mules have their first base runner of the season on a hit by pitch.
It's a brutal blow for the starting pitcher, Easton Dixon of Gosnell. I mean, you get the first batter of the game out after he's swinging on every strike that he sees. He brought it to a full count, and then your first pitch to the next batter, you hit him. Tough blow for Gosnell.
Boy, Dobbs coming up next. Dobbs, he knows he's got a lot of power. Last season, batting .379, ended up with 16 RBIs, 6 extra base hits. He takes ball 1 outside, 1 ball and no strikes. So let me ask you, being Mules today, watching how we do things here, what do you think? Kind of complicated, huh?
I think I love it, Frankie. I think it's all great news. Great season to be starting, some baseball. I love it all.
Here is the pitch. There's a ground ball, base hit by the senior. Tabanera's going to round second. He is going toward third. Mules have him on the corners with 1 down. And a good start here by the catcher, Bryce Dobbs. And now the Mules have him on first and third base. And we're going to see coming in now for the Mules, we will have a courtesy runner coming in for Poplar Bluff. Huffman now coming up to the plate now for the Poplar Bluff Mules in that cleanup spot. And on the first base is going to be Trevor Penrod. He will be on first base as a courtesy.
Runner in scoring position with no outs for Poplar Bluff. Fantastic piece of hitting.
Here is the pitch. This one is downstairs for a ball. It is a 1 ball and no strikes. Mules have them on the corners now. Malik Thompson, that is, not Penrod. Malik Thompson is over on first base. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch as Thompson takes off, and he will have a stolen base here, the first one this season. And now the Mules have him on second and third base with only 1 down in the inning. So now it's definitely here. You don't want to leave the runner stranded. This one is out to right field, and it's over the head. 1 run is in. 2 runs are going to come in. And just like that, it is a 2 RBI double by the cleanup man, Cade Huffman. And the Mules now lead by 2.
Frankie, they talk about the announcer's jinx. How about the announcer's encouragement? You don't want to leave the runner stranded, and Poplar Bluff will not do that. A great piece of hitting for Huffman. There's no luck involved. It was a beautiful piece of hitting, but the right fielder, Glintborg, out there for Gosnell, misplayed that ball. He started to run in, and that ball just went over his head. Great power by Cade Huffman.
Now Miles Johnson coming in. We're going to see Huffman trot back over to second base, and now the Mules have something going here, already up by 2 runs here in this inning. 2-0 as Johnson steps in, takes the first pitch for a little high. It's going to be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Johnson a season ago batting .283, 9 RBIs last season. He would love to drive in his first right now. Mules have the first runs of the season outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Thank you, Miss Kathleen. Absolutely. Yes, bologna sandwiches indeed, Tim. All around. I will take that any day of the week. 71-54 now, 2:25. Donovan trailing, not looking good. 3 balls and no strikes here. Donovan, what a magical season, only losing at 2 ball games this season. And they were all to state-ranked teams. And now we've got runners on first and second base with only 1 down. The last 4 batters have reached for the Mules. So now Ryan Tanchavez, the pitcher, coming up to the plate. You know baseball, Kyler. How big is it for Ryan Tanchavez to help his own cause and drive in some runs?
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I'm used to the college baseball level where the pitcher is getting designated hit, and they got to rely on their team to watch and play and get them some support. Tanchavez obviously has a chance to do it himself right
Runners
here.
take off, a double steal, and he is safe. A double steal. Great job there by Huffman. Just hang on by maybe a fingertip. Otherwise, he would have been out. Great throw by the catcher, Lacotts, too.
I mean, that was pretty athletic to keep your fingertip on that bag. You look at the replay as we did. I mean, he was right there, literally fingertips close to being out.
This one's a fly ball. This one, get out, baby, get out for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Miles Johnson, and the Mules now lead by 4. Tanchavez, he is going to take off and get to second base.
Talk about helping yourself out, Frankie. I mean, it was a bloop single, but Tanchavez, even with some great base running, advances himself into scoring position.
Mules now lead by 4. Tanchavez gets a base hit and will go to a second base on the throw. It is now a 4-0 game, and the Mules continuing to add to insult here. Tanchavez, 2 RBIs. Here is Brock Campbell, the lefty now. A sophomore takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. It is no balls and 1 strike.
Frankie, you asked me how I was feeling about Poplar Bluff baseball. How are you feeling in the very first inning of hitting that we've seen from Poplar Bluff?
There was a lot of hype surrounding this team in the early days of this season, and so far, everything looking really good on opening day. Mules came out, did a great job defensively, and now they have come out and they have really got things going here in the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Brock Campbell. Only a sophomore taking ball 2 outside. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. Remember, this all began by Marcus Tabanera getting hit by a pitch. Bryce Dobbs a base hit, and then a 2 RBI double by Cade Huffman, a base hit, or a walk rather, by Miles Johnson, and a 2 RBI base hit by Ryan Tanchavez. There's a swing and a miss. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count here on opening day in Poplar Bluff. He's Kyler Messenger. I'm Frankie Castile. Tim Hicks on the camera, as well as Steve C. Wright. There's the fly ball to center field. Glintborg going back, and he'll make the catch. Good job there by Laura and by Glintborg, and now there are 2 down here in the inning. That's a big out there for Gosnell, Kyler, on that play.
It is. They got the very first batter for Poplar Bluff, Brant Bell, out, and they hadn't had an out since. Poplar Bluff all the way down to their 8th hitter in the bottom of the first. Luke Seagraves coming up to bat.
Seagraves coming up to the plate last season, batting .250. Only played in 6 games. He knows they're going to use him a lot this season. It's a foul ball. It is no balls and 1 strike. So 0-1 the count. Already Dixon, pitch number 28 coming up in the ballgame. He's only pitched once this season. His earned run average is 4.667. He is 1 run away from exceeding that today. Dixon now gets a long look at second base. Time is called as Tanchavez is going to be pulled. He is not going to be on the base pads. Here is the pitch inside for a ball. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. The courtesy runner over on first base for the Mules, or correction, second base that is. Swing and a miss. It is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here is the 1-2 pitch, and that got him on the inside. Second hit by pitch of the inning. And now Drew Cooper, the 9-hitter, coming up to the plate.
Poplar Bluff has now been gifted 3 bases. 2 players hit by pitch being Seagraves and Tabanera, and then the pitcher, Easton Dixon, also walked one of Poplar Bluff's batters. I mean, you get 3 free bases. You assume some runs are coming your way. Poplar Bluff doing a good job at earning the other ones.
Peyton Fowler, or make that Hall rather, is going to be over on second base. Here is the pitch, swing and a miss as Cooper now steps in. It is no balls and 1 strike. Peyton Hall, the freshman, correction, the senior on second base. Forget he's a senior. There's a rip and right at the third baseman, and he is out. And just like that, the damage is done. Mules end up stranding a runner on first base. At the end of 1, Mules end up scoring 4 runs. We're coming back in 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Pizza Inn wants to know, what's your favorite slice? Is it our classic Supreme and all its warm, cheesy goodness? Or maybe it's the Meaty Max with its perfect combination of flavors and textures. And don't forget the fan favorite chocolate chip cookie dessert pizza, a mouth-watering masterpiece. Your Poplar Bluff Pizza Inn serves up all your favorites, so no matter what slice you crave, Pizza Inn will satisfy. Pizza Inn, where family and flavor meet.
Our ball game is being brought to you by First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialists, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Costello's, and Hefner's Furniture and Appliance. Here we are in the top of inning number 2 now. Jake Riggs will lead off here as his team is down by 4 runs. And there's the first pitch outside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. It looks good to see that 4 spot on the board for the Poplar Bluff Mules. Here is the 1-0 pitch by Tanchavez. The ground ball, Miles Johnson, 1 hopper to first base in time. Boy, I tell you what, he is such a fast shortstop. It is hard to get anything by. 1 down here in the inning. So Doniphan's magical season comes to a close against Stratford at 75-55. I'll tell you what, that Donovan team, nothing to be ashamed about. They had a great run, so close of making it back-to-back state championships.
Yeah, huge shout-out to anybody on that Donovan team, anybody who supports that Donovan team to make it to the state championship. To win the state championship last year is huge. Great season this year.
I know they've got 3 seniors on that team. They will miss them. Tara Davis, also, I should say, I think it's Haley Epps is a senior. That's the coach's daughter, obviously. We wish them all the best. This one fouled away, out of play. It is no balls and 1 strike.
I want to talk about that first out that we saw this inning from Miles Johnson. Great job fielding that ground ball with the backhand, but you were talking about it, how fast he is at the shortstop. That velocity on that baseball when he threw it from shortstop, you could see the zip on it. I mean, gonna be difficult.
Inside pitch, barely got away from the pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike here. Tell you what, Miles Johnson, a senior for this baseball team, he has played some stellar baseball the last 3 years. Not too many shortstops have the zip he has. This one is downstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. Or make that 3-1 rather. 3 balls and 1 strike.
We got the pitcher-on-pitcher matchup right now. It's Easton Dixon, the starting pitcher for Gosnell, up to bat.
And lost him as well, so a 1-out walk here. The pitcher trots down to first base. We'll see if they courtesy run for Mr. Dixon. I don't believe they will. He's got some wheels on him for sure. Doing our pregame homework and whatnot, this kid can run with the best of them. Alonzo Lambert stepping up to the plate. Runner on first base, 1 down. We'll see how aggressive Coach Coots is on the base pads. A ball 1 inside. Coming up, it is pitch number 26 here. Best case scenario, try to get out of this inning under 30 pitches. They would need a double play ball to make that happen. Here is the pitch, swing and a miss. It is 1 ball and 1 strike.
Frankie, it's an interesting era of sports, of baseball specifically. You got players in the MLB, players at the high school and college level wearing some bling these days, players wearing chains, all kinds of extra accessories. And then you got Alonzo Lambert at the plate right now. No batting gloves even. He's just up there to swing the bat.
This one is downstairs at 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count. Runner on first base on a gorgeous afternoon in Poplar Bluff. Started the ball game at 76 degrees. Tomorrow we're going to be in the low 80s. On Saturday, the mid 80s. It'll feel more like May than it does in March. A ground ball, this one to the first base dugout, and the count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tanchavez has 2 more pitches to get to that 30 limit. We'll see what Coach Patillo has in mind. He did say that he was going to be subbing out and bringing in pitchers as the Mules have a busy weekend on tap. We're live at Bobby Strenfel Field on the campus of Poplar Bluff High School. Inside pitch and ball 3 at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Tried to get him with some off-speed down low, just missed a little bit too low that baseball in the AstroTurf. I was going to say the dirt, but you call it the AstroTurf here at Poplar Bluff.
Looks like Tanchavez is going to be left in for possibly 45 pitches as there's no activity in the bullpen. Pickoff play at first base. Good job there by the pitcher. Dixon slides underneath that tag.
And you really can't blame Poplar Bluff. While his pitch count is up there to what Coach Patillo talked about pregame, he's having a stellar game so far.
He really is. Here's the payoff pitch, and he fouls it away, and we'll do it again. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dixon staying put on first base. He's at 30 pitches. He pitches 1 more, which it looks like he will. He will not be available until Saturday. Got to keep him under that 45 pitch limit. Here's the payoff pitch. It is ground ball to first base over the head of Drew Cooper. It'll be runners on first and second. Good job by Dixon looking where that ball was. He held up, and now runners are on first and second base. Good at bat by Alonzo Lambert.
Good at bat by Lambert, and just It's not lucky when you put the bat on the baseball, a difficult task at that, but Lambert gets a beautiful bounce. That baseball was nowhere in reach for the first baseman, Drew Cooper.
Manuel Lara coming up to the plate now. He is the right fielder, runners on first and second base. Here is the pitch up high for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Our ball game is presented by Ozark Legacy Insurance Partners, Heartland Express, The Manor Pizza Inn, and Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. Here is the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Count is even now. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Runners on first and second base. Sun trying to go down here in Poplar Bluff. Once this game is over, they'll get on the bus and they're heading out west. Here is the 1-1 downstairs and just misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. I get the privilege of getting up in the morning at 2:30, hitting the road by 3:30. I won't be driving over tonight.
Privilege is definitely a choice of word to use there.
I kind of like driving at dark. Swing and a miss. Not much traffic. 2 ball. And Tim knows. He'll tell you 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count is even. Got to watch out for the deer, especially going out west. 2-2 the count. Runners on first and second base. Pitch number 19 of the inning coming up. And got him on the outside corner. Called a strike 3, 2 down in the inning. Big punch out there. His second, or make that third, strikeout of the game. That's a big out, productive out for sure for the Mules. And now the 9-hitter coming up, Aiden Mann. He bats left-handed. We'll see what he brings coming up. 9-hitter in the lineup, 2 down. First pitch is called outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Mann coming in. He is batting at .231 this season. He does have an RBI, 3 base hits. Runner, an RBI, possibly standing on second base. Here is the pitch in there for a called strike, and now it's even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Frank, I'm interested as to what the pitch count is for Tanchavez right now.
38 pitches. He's got 7 more to play with. More than likely, if we can get out of this inning, his day is going to come to an end. Swing and a miss. He is 1 pitch away from making that happen.
And if they can make it happen literally right around that 40-pitch mark that Coach Patillo talked about before the game, that is ideal.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Mules are 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Here it is by the junior. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and the Mules, or I should say the Pirates rather, they strand 2 runners aboard. We're back in 1 minute. Mules lead 4-0. Bell, Tabanera, and Dobbs win. We come back. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. As the name suggests, Barker's does more than just towing.
Here at Barker's, we offer a complete line of automotive services, including tires, brakes, alignments, maintenance, and repair.
And for our car enthusiasts, you'll enjoy our speed shop for quality performance parts.
We are locally owned and look forward to earning your business.
And for those times that you need a tow, Barker's Towing is available 24/7 for all of your towing and auto recovery needs.
It's Barker's by request. 573-785-7811.
Looking for power, performance, or pure fun? You'll find it at Wolf Creek Power Sports. From rugged Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides to Toro mowers built to tackle any yard, Wolf Creek has you covered. And we service what we sell. And the best part? You don't have to take our word for it. Come in for a test drive and experience the quality of Can-Am and Toro for yourself. Wolf Creek Power Sports. Poplar Bluff.
All right, so we are back here as we get ready for the home half of inning number 2. It'll be Dixon back on the mound for the Pirates. And the last inning, Mules gave up no runs, 1 hit, a couple of runners on base, 1 left on second base, and 23 pitches overall. So Bell, Tabanera, and Dobbs are all going to be due up here, Kyler. And remember, the Mules said, or I should say the Mules rather, Bell kind of got things going, had that good deep count there in that first inning, and then when Tabanera came up, it all kind of went south for the Pirates.
And you can see by the scoreboard that the Mules had a good bottom of the first inning. You can see by the way that they hit through the entire batting lineup just in the bottom of the first, start of the second, and they're back at the top.
Ball 1 taken up high. 1 ball, no strikes now for Brant Bell, who struck out on 9 pitches in that first at-bat in the first inning. He is now due up, and let's see what he does with a 1-0 count. This one is called a strike. It's right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike. So if you're Coach Patillo, what are you telling your team up by 4 runs here in the bottom of the second inning, now knowing that Tabanera's day has come to an end? Make that Tanchavez, rather. Popped up, and Dixon calls everybody off, and now we'll finish that thought.
I mean, you just keep stacking, right, Frankie? You just keep going. You keep the offense going. You got a weekend tournament coming up in Branson. You can't slack on anything. No slacking on defense. No slacking on pitching. No slacking on hitting, especially. A baseball team is never safe. You can't just slack off and assume that you're going to get the win, especially when you only got your first runs in the first innings. Poplar Bluff absolutely looking to keep the runs coming.
Ball taken outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Marcus Tabanera. Hit by a pitch and scored the season's first run for the Poplar Bluff Mules. Tabanera digs in. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 down, 2 balls and no strikes. Tabanera not wasting any time, not really taking much time outside the batter's box to readjust. He looks razor focused here at this at bat. There's a ground ball, base hit. And Tabanera getting his first hit of the season. We just called it. He looked like he was razor focused, and boy, he leaned in that one and got that one out to Lara pretty quick.
Focused indeed. I actually noticed on Tabanera's very first pitch at that at-bat, he got quick pitched a little bit by Dixon. Dixon was starting the windup when Tabanera still had his right hand up faced to the umpire. He didn't have both hands on the bat when Dixon started that windup. Tabanera made sure that that was not going to happen again. Gets the inning off with a hit.
Dobbsy coming in now. He is 1 for 1. Did score a run. This one has popped up out toward the shortstop. And Halsey is going to call it off, but nobody catches it. Instead, it'll be a runners on first and second base.
That is one of the most difficult places a baseball can be hit. Quite literally in between 3 players, in between the shortstop, in between the center fielder, and in between the left fielder. But, Frankie, that is absolutely an outfielder's ball. It's easier to catch that ball running in than it is backpedaling and looking behind you like Halsell was doing at shortstop. Just a little bit of miscommunication from Gosnell.
They call that the no man's land and that Bermuda Triangle out there. Runners now on first and second base. And now Huffman coming up. Huffman a 2 RBI double back in the first. Takes strike 1. It caught enough of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Mules have them on first and second base. Mules trying to add to their 4-run lead here against Gosnell. Pirates coming in 4-4. Kyler, and I tell you what, you look at this team, they've got enough games under their belt for the Mules to come out on day 1 rather. Pretty good stuff here early on. There's ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I mean, to be completely honest, it's really impressive to see the Mules offense clicking as soon as it did. You know, maybe if it took a few innings for them to get some runs on the board, you'd understand. Start of the season, your first at bat. But they got 4 runs in the bottom of the first. It's going to be an exciting season for Poplar Bluff.
Dixon takes a look back at second base and steps off the mound. This game now has gone on for 40 minutes. We are in the bottom of the second inning, just past 5:30. Mules have them. Malik Thompson on first. There's a rip out to right field. Man has to hustle, and it's going to be in there for an out. What a catch by Mann. It could be a double off. It is. It's a double play. Tabanera thought the same thing I thought. No way he was going to make that catch. It ends up being an inning-ending double play. We'll be back in 1 minute. Coming up next, we've got Kyler on the call. He will have the top of the third inning. Coming up, Mules lead by 4 runs. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball. We're back in 1 minute on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Making new friends can bring joy at any stage of life. At Oakdale Assisted Living, friendships grow naturally through shared meals, activities, and group outings. We provide personalized care in a warm, welcoming environment. Our residents are supported by passionate caregivers and surrounded by friends who feel like family, all while enjoying the freedom of an independent lifestyle. Schedule your tour of Oakdale Assisted Living today by calling 573-686-5242. That's 573-686-5242.
Here's a quick and easy test to see if you need new tires. Insert a penny upside down, and if you see the top of Honest Abe's head, your tread is too low. If you don't, you're good to go. So when it's time for new tires, remember Christian Automotive and Tire, keeping you safe on the road.
Imagine playing sports, reading, or driving without needing contact lenses or glasses. The eye LASIK procedure at Eye Care Specialists could be the answer to help you improve your vision. Call Eye Care Specialists to schedule a free screening.
Double play by the Pirates, and now the Mules are back out there defensively. A couple of changes here. Just one defensive change for the Poplar Bluff Mules. Tanchavez will now move over to play first base, and Drew Cooper is going to move in. He'll be the new pitcher for the Mules as the Pirates get back to the top of the lineup. Tanchavez, as we talked about earlier, Kyler, he really did have a great outing at 2 innings, giving up no runs, a couple of hits. And now Drew Cooper, another senior, we'll see what he does here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, he really did have a great outing. You couldn't have asked for a better 40-ish pitches for Tanchavez. He didn't allow any runs, allowed barely any hits, and he's so good on offense as well. He's already got a couple RBIs in this game to his name, too. You got to keep him in the lineup, so a little old-fashioned first base and pitcher swap for Poplar Bluff.
Cooper now coming center. He's adjusting the equipment there on his arm, getting ready for his first pitch. I'm not sure what the delay is. I'm not sure if he's in pain or what he's doing there. He's trying to adjust something. Okay, now there we go. He looked like he was grimacing for a second, but that was not the case. All right, so coach calls the old 5-5-1. Back to the top of the lineup here. Ball one taken outside. 1 ball and no strikes. To the leadoff man, Grant Glimborg, who singled and then was caught stealing back in the first. That was really the momentum killer there by the Pirates, if you ask me. This one, a blooper along the infield. Tanchavez comes in and makes the catch. 1 up and 1 down.
He does it all. He really does it all. First play at first base, and he is making plays already. First inning, at first base, and he's already making plays. Tanchavez now with a strikeout, with the hit, and a recorded out on the defensive side.
So now Kelso Halsell coming up to the plate, struck out back in the first, and takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. It's no balls and 1 strike. 0-1 the count here. Drew Cooper, a senior, trying to keep his pitch count under 45 as well. Want to be able to use him on Saturday. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. No balls and 2 strikes.
Real good pitch there from Cooper. You can tell that it had the hitter Halsell off balance, an off-speed pitch, that he was way ahead.
Cooper comes set now. Dobbs gives him the sign. Here is the 0-2 offering on the way. This one out toward right field. Huffman coming in, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Huffman, boy, what a good job there. Gets it in, and I tell you what, the Pirates not paying attention base running wise. He possibly could have got the second on the overthrow.
Well, look, I'll tell you what, Frankie, I was almost about to say that was fantastic base running over at first base. He watched the right fielder of the Mules dive, missed the ball, and almost advanced to second. Went back to first when he threw that ball, but you got to keep your eyes on the baseball. You got to know when that ball gets overthrown.
Back over to first base, not in time. Cooper has an amazing pickoff play. He showed it right there, nearly had it. Mules lead 4-0 at top of the third. One down, a runner on first base. Cooper now comes set. Outside pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Up to the plate, it is Brian Hernandez. He walked back in the first.
Was the first batter to reach base for Gosnell today. Starting over at third base, also batting third in the lineup.
Here is the 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike. This one down at Grand Central Avenue. It is 1 ball and 1 strike.
Cooper's got a good little off-speed pitch. You can see him going to it often early. A little slider, it seems like, is how I would describe that pitch.
Cooper now gets a long look at Halsell at first base. Here is the pitch. There's a ground ball. This one hit to the third baseman. Out at second. No, it came off the bag. So a little bit high on the throw, and now the Gosnell Pirates have runners on first and second base.
And it was a good play by Campbell over at third for Poplar Bluff to field that ball. He knew exactly where to go with the baseball. It was heads-up play. Just unfortunate that that baseball went a little bit too high. Tabanera had to jump for it, and his foot was off the base. That's why the runner was safe.
So now runners on first and second base. Camden Lacotte's coming up. Struck out his first time. This one he pops it up out of play. It is no balls and 1 strike. Remember, Gosnell coming in, Kyler, they are 4-4, so they've got 8 games under their belts. Mules getting their first action today. And so far, between Tabanera and now Drew Cooper, pretty impressive stuff on both ends. Woo, got him in the back there, so a hit by pitch, and now the bases are loaded here in the top of the third.
It's an unfortunate pitch for Drew Cooper. That is the third batter who's been hit today, not by the Mules specifically, just the third batter in general who's been hit. And Frankie, what just happened was Drew Cooper switched out his little pitching calling forearm sleeve that he's got. That's what he was adjusting before the bottom or the top of this inning begun. He's now switched it out. Maybe that's what was throwing him off. Maybe his mojo's back.
He was messing with that before he took the mound, so maybe now they got it all situated. We'll see. Bases are loaded here in the third. Mules up by 4. Inside pitch, and there's ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Up to the plate, it is Jake Riggs. He grounded out to Johnson his first time. Riggs this season batting .278. He's got 1 RBI, or make that 5 RBIs rather. This one leans out, pops it up. It's once again in fair territory, and it's going to fall in. 1 run will come in. It'll be a base hit. Once again, we saw that a moment ago. It's at no man's land between first base, right field, and the second baseman.
Yeah, great hustle by the Gosnell base runners being able to adapt. They don't know if that ball is going to get caught if you have to tag up. They were able to score in advance. Bases still loaded for Gosnell, and that's just unfortunate for Poplar Bluff. You talked about it, Frankie, just in the wrong spot. In between the second, first baseman, and right fielder, that was a bloop single. It was just into the outfield, barely reached the outside of the infield.
Tabanera did all he could to come up with the catch. A strike on the outside, a part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. It is a 1, or make that 1 ball, no balls and 1 strike here. This one popped up out of play. It is no balls and 2 strikes here, so maybe after the base hit.
Easton Dixon up to bat for Gosnell. Their starting left-handed pitcher also bats from the left side. And man, is this the spot that you want to have as a pitcher. The bases are loaded. There's one out. This is the time that you can help yourself. Here's the delivery from Drew Cooper.
This one just misses to Dixon. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. That would have been a big, big out if that one would have went the Mules' way. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Bases are loaded. Swing and a miss. And now there is your second out, and Dixon, he is frustrated as he goes back to the bench.
You got to be frustrated after you get caught lunging at an off-speed pitch like that. We talked about the off-speed of Drew Cooper just a few batters ago. He uses it to get the second out of this inning. Poplar Bluff with a chance to go barely untouched with the bases loaded for 3 straight batters.
Alonzo Lambert, who really had a great at-bat in the first inning, or second inning rather. He worked the count and got on. There's a swing and a miss. It is no balls and 1 strike. So no balls and a strike here to Lambert. Bases are loaded. Here is the 0-1 offering. Swing and a miss. So one more pitch here for Cooper. Let's see if he can get this out. We are in the top of the third. It is 4-1. Mules lead by 3. We are in the top of the third. There's a rip right at Miles Johnson, who does it again, right to him. And they strand him loaded here in the top of the third. We're back in 1 minute. Mules lead 4-1. Coming up for the Poplar Bluff Mules, they are looking to get back on track here after giving up a run. And for the Mules, it'll be Johnson, Tanchavez, and Campbell. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
We know what drives a champion. It's not just strength. It's heart, grit, and teamwork. Every play, every sprint, you're building more than a score. You're forging character. Push past doubt, lift your teammates, and show the world what you're made of. And now, go win that game.
At Air Solutions, your home's comfort matters. And for many years, Air Solutions has been the area's trusted local name for heating and cooling. Their unmatched expertise keep your home running perfectly and comfortably year-round. Whether that's keeping you cool in summer, warm in winter, or the lights on during a power outage, Air Solutions' skilled professionals are ready to serve you. And they always respect your time and hard-earned money. For reliable and honest service, trust Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff, 573-840-0844.
Kyler, walk us through that line drive at Miles Johnson. How big was that? Bases loaded, and oh, by the way, he is due up to lead off this inning here in the home half.
Well, I'll tell you 2 things, Frankie. First off, let's start with the pitching by Drew Cooper, single-handedly using that slider that he's got to get himself out of a bases-loaded jam. Had 3 straight batters who were faced with the bases loaded and only gave up 1 run. Now, the batter who's up currently, Miles Johnson. That baseball, yes, it was hit right at him, but that was into center field if Johnson misses that ball. Not only did he have, as we see, this baseball is punched
right to Lambert over on first base, and he gets it. Boy, I'm not sure how in the world he came up with that one. I think he lost it in the sun, Kyler, but he's able to come up with it. 1 pitch, 1 down.
Yeah, Johnson unable to get on base. Doesn't take away the great defense that he had to end the last inning, though. What I was saying was not only did he jump so high to catch the baseball in that last frame, He perfectly timed it. That's the part of the game that people sometimes mess up. You don't only have to jump high. You got to time it perfectly. Johnson did just that on defense.
Tanchavez helped his own cause back in the first. A 2 RBI base hit takes ball one inside. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Nothing short of spectacular by Lambert a moment ago, making the catch at first base. Lost it in the sun. There's a rip, and this one, oh, what a catch there by Halsell at shortstop. Much like Miles Johnson, went up and made a big catch.
We got some fantastic defense from the shortstop position today. The Mules and the Pirates both making plays on the infield. I mean, seriously, those baseballs are getting hit off the bat fast, and these guys are timing the ball perfectly.
Brock Campbell now gets it out to right field, so a 2-out base hit. And the Mules, boy, they're not wasting time on pitches this inning, Kyler. They are jumping on the first pitch they are seeing.
They are. It started off in the the bottom of the first when Brant Bell started this game off with a 9-pitch at-bat. He swung at the very first pitch that he saw all season. This team has been aggressive. They scored 4 runs in the first inning. They didn't get any in the second. They're coming here in the third with 2 outs, hoping to get on the board.
Luke Seagraves, he was hit by a pitch back in the first. Let's see what he does here. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. It is 1 ball and no strikes. Campbell leads away from first base. Only a sophomore. He's got a lot of baseball time in him, and only a sophomore. Very quick as well. We'll see how aggressive Coach Mathis and Patillo want to be there on the base pads. Outside pitch for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, Campbell running at first base. He's fast. He starts at third. He's got a good arm. Righty thrower, lefty hitter. You can see that he can put the bat on the baseball from his last hit. A great sophomore player for the Mules.
2 balls and no strikes here. Dixon, and this one just misses a bit high. 3 balls and no strikes. John David Patillo, the head coach for the Mules in his 4th season. Also Coach Tyler Mathis, Tyler McLevain, and Coach Casey Beese are assistant coaches, and lost him on 4 straight pitches. So a quick couple of outs, and now runner in scoring position for the Poplar Bluff Mules. That brings up your pitcher, Drew Cooper, who grounded into a fielder's choice back in the first. How fitting would this be for him to drive in that run on second base?
Yeah, we've been talking about it all day, Frankie. How lovely is it for a pitcher to be able to help themselves out hitting the baseball? Drew Cooper up to do just that.
Dixon now comes set. Runners lead from first and second. In there for a call strike. Beautiful pitch there by Dixon. Dixon, so far today, he has thrown 50 pitches, only 9 in this inning. Threw 31 in the first inning, 10 last inning, and now he'll throw 10 here at least in this third. Here is the 0-1 offering. Runners take off on the double steal, out of play. No balls and 2 strikes.
Little hit and run called there from Coach Patillo. You see both runners going. The batter, Cooper, swinging, just unable to get the ball in territory.
Pirates here would love to get out of the inning, giving up no further damage. They'll have the 8, 9, and 1 spot coming up in the 4th. They trail 4-1. Runners on first and second. Seagraves, a good lead at second. Here is the 0-2 pitch on the way. Fouls it away, just stays alive. Still no balls and 2 strikes. And Brent Bell, he is on deck. He is 0 for 2. Would love an opportunity here in the home half of the third. What do you think? What kind of pitch here is coming, Kyler, on an 0-2 pitch?
I think he's throwing a changeup. He's trying to get him off speed. We'll see what Dixon throws.
He tried that changeup. It goes outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I don't think that's where he wanted that changeup to be.
I don't think so either, but it was an 0-2 count. That is the perfect time for a pitcher to miss. Dixon still has the rest of this count to work.
Here is the 1-2 offering as the runners lead away. Now it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. So you got to give Cooper his props here, able to work the count a little bit. Started 0-2 and now it's 2-2.
Started 0-2 and then fouled a baseball off as well. I mean, doing his best to stay alive.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Get out, baby. There's a base hit. Mules are going to score a run on the 2-out hit, going to third, and he is safe. Was waiting for the call by the umpire, a delayed signal, but nevertheless, Mules get that run back, Kyler, and now it is a 5-1 game as Kuntz is going to call time.
What an at-bat for Drew Cooper. Not only is he pitching and just helped himself out, he was down 0-2 in that count, worked back 2-2, even fouled off a couple of baseballs, and finally found the pitch that he wanted, ripped that baseball up the middle, and brings himself an RBI. Poplar Bluff back on the scoreboard.
I got to tell you, I really thought Seagraves was going to be out at third base. That was a beautiful throw down to third base and just didn't time it right, or whatever the case was. Mules catch a break, and now they lead 5-1.
Yeah, you got to give huge props to Grant Glindborg, who's out there in center for Gosnell. Also, Coach Coots of Gosnell is walking back to the dugout. They will leave in Easton Dixon. Now, we don't have a look at that replay, and we're assuming here, Frankie, I'm sitting here in our booth with an obscure view to third base, but I think he just missed that tag. The throw was there. It was a little bit off target, and I think Hernandez over there at third base just didn't apply the tag precisely.
Nevertheless, Mules now lead, and Brent Bell pops this one out toward center field. The left fielder comes in to make the catch. And just like that, the side is retired, but the Mules able to pick up one run. They leave 2 on base. It is a 5-1 game. It'll be Lara, Mann, and Glintborg. It is 8, 9, and 1 that are all due up when we come back in the top of the 4th inning. We're back in 1 minute. Mules lead 5-1 on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Looking for compassionate professional care in Poplar Bluff? Come to the Manor, Skilled Nursing and Rehab. Our 90-bed Medicare and Medicaid certified facility offers 24-hour care, therapy services, transportation to doctor's visits, a full-service beauty shop, and also a special memory care unit. Residents enjoy a home-like environment with Wi-Fi cable and engaging activities. Weekend admissions are welcome. Call 573-686-1147 or drop by anytime for a tour. The Manor, where comfort, care, and independence come together.
Farm Credit isn't just about financing, it's a true partnership. We stand beside our farmers. Rooted in sustainability, family values, and care, we're proud to support the next generation of agriculture. From the biggest equipment to the smallest boots in the field, farming is about passing down knowledge, values, and love for the land. And at Farm Credit, we're here to help that legacy grow. One field, one family, one future at a time.
And we are back here as we get ready for the top of the 4th inning. Mules lead 5-1, 8, 9, and 1, all due up here in the top of the 4th inning. Let's try something, Kyler. What do you say? I'm going to keep my mouth shut for a little bit. Let's turn things over to you. What do you think?
Oh, man, you know I'm down. I don't know if our fans are down. They're not used to the voice, Frankie. You got a great radio voice. They got to listen to me try and tarnish this broadcast, but I'll do it. Manuel Lara up to bat here in the top of the 4th. Gosnell coming off of their first inning where they were able to score a run. Lara is the right fielder who made that great diving catch to save Poplar Bluff, to rob Poplar Bluff of a couple runs. First pitch of the at-bat is outside for a ball delivered from Drew Cooper.
It is 1 ball, no strikes here. We'll see what Cooper has in this inning.
Drew Cooper was able to add himself a couple of insurance runs, or a single insurance run in that last frame that we saw from the Mules. 2-0 count to Manuel Lara. Here's the delivery from Cooper. Finds the zone and gets his first strike on Lara. A 2-1 count for the starting first baseman today, now moved into the pitching position, Drew Cooper.
Coming up on the top of the hour, we'll owe you a station legal ID momentarily.
This baseball swung on and hit to first base. It's going to be Tanchavez who makes the play. 2 defensive stops for Tanchavez after switching from pitcher to first, and Drew Cooper retires Manuelera.
Let's take a 10-second legal ID on the radio. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network. It is at 6 p.m. on the dot. I'm Frankie Castile alongside Kyler Messenger and Tim Hicks on the call. It is no balls and 1 strike here. 1 down here in the 4th.
It's Aiden Mann up to bat, the lefty hitter, lefty thrower. Drew Cooper delivers. Mann squares bunny, gets it down, goes right to Cooper. Cooper fields it cleanly, gets the throw to first. A 1-3 ground out for Drew Cooper, able to help himself out not only on the batting side, he's able to help himself out on defense. Drew Cooper retires the 8th and the 9th batter of Gosnell's lineup. Is now going to bring up their very first hitter, their starting center fielder, Grant Glenborg.
Tell you what, if you're Drew Cooper, you have to love the way this inning has gone down so far. Don't want to jinx him, Kyler, but only 7 pitches so far and already 2 down.
Yeah, nearly a perfect inning. He's got 2 to make it a 9-pitch inning, which is described as a perfect inning. If he were to three-pitch strikeout every batter, that would be a perfect inning. Hasn't done that, but it's been a great inning. Finds the strike zone here, and he is working this zone. 1-1 count from Cooper, delivering to Glenborg.
Quickly here, 1 ball and 1 strike. We are in the 4th. Mules lead 5-1.
Cooper fires, and it gets by. A tip by Glenborg. He was there, but he was behind that baseball. 1-2 count for Cooper. You gotta think an off-speed's coming here, Frankie. A changeup, a slider. What's it gonna be from Cooper? Only time will tell. Here's the delivery. Outside slider from Cooper, unable to find the zone, but it's a 1-2 count. Now a 2-2 count. That's the time to miss. Poplar Bluff was able to get back on the scoreboard in their bottom of the 3rd. It's 5-1 Mules way. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Drew Cooper. Swung on by Glenborg, has popped up in the infield. Calling it is the pitcher, Drew Cooper. He started the game at first. He's got that communication down, and that is the inning for Poplar Bluff, up 5-1, heading into the bottom of the 4th.
It only took 11 pitches. Tamanera, Dobbs, and Huffman all due up when we come back in 1 minute. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Welcome to Ozark Total Healthcare. Here we understand that every family's healthcare needs are unique. Whether you're looking for primary care, behavioral health, physical therapy, or hospice care, our compassionate team is here to support you in every stage of life. Plus, our comprehensive pharmacy and medical equipment service means you can find everything you need right under one roof. Remember, at Ozark Total Healthcare, it's one call, one team, one solution. Visit ozarktotalhealthcare.com or call 573-686-5510 to learn more.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them.
Hey, Ben.
Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most.
See Shelter Agent Kent Cawthon in Poplar Bluff for a free insurance review.
Well, we are back here as we get ready for the home half of the 4th inning. And boy, so far, that is the least amount of pitches thrown for the Mules in an inning. It only took 11 pitches overall. Drew Cooper has came in and given 2 strong innings for Poplar Bluff. And currently, he still technically has 15 pitches if Patillo wants to use him on Saturday. Although, depending on the inning here, he could pull him now. we do have some movement in the bullpen right now for the Mules. Try to get you a number on who is warming up. I believe that looks like it might be Huffman. Can't see the jersey number just yet. I don't think it is Huffman after all. We'll see when we get closer to that inning. Tabanera coming up to the plate now. Dobbs and then Huffman. Here is the first pitch. It's in there for a called strike. It's no balls and a strike. 5-1 is your score. Here in the middle innings, we are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Tabanera smacks that one out to right field, going back to make the catch. And one down here in the inning. So Lara making the catch out there in right field.
Now batting number 12, Bryce Dobbs.
And Dobbs now coming up to the plate. Boy, Dobbs, he has had a great game to this point. Dobbs is 2 for 2. Dobbs, it's 2 singles here in the ball game. Takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Good play there in right field a moment ago by Lara. 1 away as Dobbs now, the Mules catcher, pops this one up. And I believe Lambert's going to have a play on it. Oh, it goes into fair territory. He slips, and boy, that could have been disastrous for the Mules twice. Lambert could not come up with it. Here's the replay. Watch on the slip here. And Dobbs rounded first, and that easily could have been an out.
Yeah, well, thank goodness that Dobbs ran the ball out. That pop fly, the first baseman, Lambert, for Gosnell was totally in foul territory. I believe, this is a guess, but it's an educated guess. It had to be lost in the sun, Frankie.
It had to have been.
Absolutely. He was in foul territory and closer to the dugout than he was to the baseball. And it's the second time today that he has lost the ball in the sun. The first time Lambert made a great catch, was diving in the infield. This one, not as lucky.
Wasn't even close, to be honest with you. I thought that ball was going to be in foul territory, and it ended up being about 3 to 5 feet inside the foul line. And still, Mules get a base runner out of the deal, up 5-1. Huffman now is 1 for 2. Grounded, or I should say, popped into a double play his last time. Has the big hit, runner takes off, and he's going to be in there for a stolen base, rather. Thompson now with 2 on the season.
First 2 of the season, a fantastic base runner Thompson is. It's always hard to catch a runner with a lefty batting. It's just a baseball fact. It's easier to catch a runner at second stealing when a righty is up to bat. That lane is just clearer. Huffman at bat.
This one is ripped by Huffman. This one is going out toward the shortstop, makes a play on the ball. It's Halsell, and he will come up with the play. 2 down here in the inning.
I thought it was really interesting watching Malik Thompson at second base on that play. He didn't look at the baseball for even a second. His eyes were in direct eye contact with their third base coach, John David Patillo. Patillo was going to let Thompson know if he needed to tag up or if he needed to go. Great base running by Thompson, and that's just fantastic coaching. You can tell they practiced that.
2 down here in the inning. First pitch is called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to the Mules at shortstop, Miles Johnson. 1 ball and no strikes to Johnson. We are in the home half of the fourth. Mules lead 5-1. Even though we're up 4-1, I wouldn't mind seeing that 6th run come across here. As Johnson, he is 0 for 1. He has walked and scored. It popped out to the first baseman his last time.
Johnson, a fantastic defender. As we know, we saw him make a couple plays from shortstop today already.
Going to third base, he drops the ball, and Thompson is in there. He has got another stolen bag. It is 3 balls and no strikes now.
Thompson with 3 stolen bases in the same game, and he didn't even start the game. Impressive stats for Malik Thompson, running the bases like a madman out here.
And there's a strike called. Good pitch there. 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 the count. Tenchavez, who started, he is awaiting on deck. He was the starting pitcher. He is awaiting on deck. Outside pitch, and now the Mules have him on the corners, first and third base. So Johnson will reach, and now Tanchavez comes up with a runner in a scoring position. So Tanchavez, he has a 2 RBI base hit and then lined out to shortstop his last time on a hard hit ball. Runner takes off, and Johnson, he can just go ahead and walk down to second base. There was no way they were going to throw him out. He got a great jump at first.
Nah, Thompson at third base as well. Already 3 stolen bases, as we mentioned earlier. They are not going to take a chance on him getting his 4th and it being at home plate.
There's a smack, and this one is going to be hit right to the shortstop, Wholesale, and a save. Boy, Tanchavez, not known for his speed, able to get down the line, and he will end up getting an RBI on the infield base hit. It was a hard hit ball. It was a bang-bang play. I don't think if he would have fielded it cleanly, they still would have got him, just my opinion.
Well, I'll tell you what, Frankie, Halesell over there at shortstop for the Pirates. He made a great jumping catch earlier in this game. He was able to knock that ball down. It's good defense, but we'll compare him to the shortstop Miles Johnson of Poplar Bluff. He just doesn't have the arm velo.
And there is a pop-up there by Campbell, and over to second base, and the side is retired, but the Mules end up picking up a run, and they leave a 2 on base. We are going to the 5th inning. We'll be right back. We're back in 1 minute on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
At Baldwin Chevrolet, teamwork is what drives us forward.
From sales to service, we go to bat for you. When it comes to prices and experience, we kick the competition to the curb.
From shooting your shots to scoring touchdowns,
Baldwin Chevy Cadillac's the place to be.
Proudly supporting Poplar Bluff and our community for over 45 years. Go Mules!
Big Whiskey's isn't just another steakhouse. It's an American restaurant for the family. It's a place to celebrate wins and eat wings. A place to talk about accomplishments and share appetizers. A place where the whole family can find something they like. From burgers and tacos to salads and seafood or wings, wraps, and tenders. Good days, bad days, or big days. Big Whiskey is there for you. Big Whiskey's on Oak Grove Road in Poplar Bluff.
Well, the Mules are leading now 6-1, and we've got a new pitcher on the mound. Brock Campbell is going to come in on the mound for the Mules, and we've got a few defensive substitutions here, and we'll get right into them as the new pitcher on the mound will be Campbell. So that means Drew Cooper is going to go back to first base. That's where he began at this ball game, and now over at third base will be Ryan Tanchavez, and that's what I believe makes the Mules a dangerous team, Kyler. They can play multiple positions at any given time, and not to mention we still have a really dynamic outfield as well.
I'm not going to lie to you, Frankie. That's a disgusting 3-man punch. To have your starting pitcher be swapped out for your first baseman, and then your first baseman be moved over to third base while your third baseman goes to pitch. So you got the pitcher moving from first all the way over to third. Now in the 5th inning, your third baseman who started the first 4 innings at third now over to pitch, and you got Drew Cooper moving from first base over to pitcher, now back to first. Versatility is what this Poplar Bluff team has that some other rosters are just not going to be able to compete with. I mean, seriously, that is nasty to have that type of 3-man punch. You talk about the outfield as well. Poplar Bluff with a very strong outfield. You got Bell out there, you got Seagraves out there, and you got Huffman out there to start the game off today. Up first for Gosnell will be their shortstop. It'll be the guy who almost made an inning-ending play. Unfortunately for Gosnell, Poplar Bluff was able to run out the ball. It's Halsell.
So now Halsell coming up to the plate, and let's see what he does. Takes the first pitch and pops it up. This one out to Miles Johnson. Calls everybody off, and he makes the play. One pitch, one up, and one down here in the top of the fifth.
Frankie, this is my first Poplar Bluff baseball game that I've done with you, first Poplar Bluff game that I've been able to catch in person. And when I saw Johnson start to run over to that baseball, I just had a feeling that it was going to be caught. That kid is a great defensive player, and I can just feel it watching early.
One down here in the inning. Down a strike here as Hernandez is up to the plate. Hernandez, so far today, he is 0 for 1. He has walked and grounded into a 5-4 fielder's choice, and there's a strike. Good pitch. It is no balls and 2 strikes.
We saw Campbell throwing the slider in warm-ups. We were watching him warm up, and I thought that it looked good. Man, does it look good when you got a batter in the box ducking at the ball.
This one goes to the third base dugout. Still a foul ball, no balls and 2 strikes.
Brian Hernandez, the starting third baseman for Gosnell, up to bat right now.
Mules here, or I should say lead, excuse me. They lead 6-1. Trying to extend this lead, or at least keep it the way it is now. This one is downstairs, it just misses for a ball. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Brian Hernandez, one of 2 freshmen that Gosnell is starting today. The other one, they're starting left fielder Aiden Mann. Gosnell starting 2
This
freshmen.
one is a blooper toward the third baseman, Ryan Tanchavez, rather. And Tanchavez on the move. 2 down here in the inning.
The typical third base position is called the hot corner. The righty's always ripping it over there. I think Tanchavez just has a magnet to the baseball. When he was over at first, he got a couple of pop flies. His first inning at third, and he's already got a play. Tanchavez doing it all today.
Camden LeContz now is 0 for 1. Struck out, hit by a pitch, and takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside, a part of the plate. It is no balls and 1 strike.
You look at the Gosnell roster from last year compared to this year. They got 13 returning players. Campbell goes up 0-2 in this count. Up to bat, Camden LeContz, one of those 13 returning players, a senior here for the Gosnell Pirates.
Here is the pitch, swing and a miss. 3 pitches, and the side is retired only on 9 pitches. What an inning by by Brock Campbell, rather. We are going to the home half of the 5th inning. It'll be Seagraves, Cooper, and Bell, 8-9-1 when we come back. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Maverick Glass offers repair of automotive, commercial, and residential glass, including mobile repair services. From a chipped windshield to a custom glass shower, remember Maverick Glass. Thank you for making Maverick Glass the area's leading glass company for more than 30 years.
Looking for compassionate professional care in Poplar Bluff? Come to the Manor. Skilled Nursing and Rehab. Our 90-bed Medicare and Medicaid certified facility offers 24-hour care, therapy services, transportation to doctor's visits, a full-service beauty shop, and also a special memory care unit. Residents enjoy a home-like environment with Wi-Fi cable and engaging activities. Weekend admissions are welcome. Call 573-686-1147 or drop by anytime for a tour. The Manor, where comfort, care, and independence come together.
The last two innings, Kyler, the Mules, Drew Cooper had 11 pitches in the 4th inning, and now Brock Campbell comes in. He tops that and it's the lowest pitches of any pitcher so far. It took only 9. Oh, my bad. There you go.
Oh, good. We talked about Drew Cooper's inning and how good it was. Drew Cooper, I want to talk about it. We didn't get to talk about it while he was in the ball game. We saw him messing with his little, I'm going to say pitch comm, but it's not an actual electric pitch comm. It's just a paper on an armband. Anyway, not Campbell. That's who he's replaced with. It was Cooper. Cooper was messing with it. He had to switch it out in the inning where he loaded the bases. The next inning with a fresh armband, he went 11 pitches and got 3 batters up and 3 batters down. Campbell somehow comes in and tops that inning. 9 pitches to get all 3 batters out. It was really impressive by Poplar Bluff in that top of the 5th. For the bottom of the 5th, it's still Easton Dixon to pitch for Gosnell. We started this game off, and he's still going. The left-handed pitcher will face the bottom of the lineup for Poplar Bluff. It's going to be 8-9-1 in the lineup. Luke Seagraves up to bat first.
He is hit by a pitch, and he has walked so far in the ball game. Let's see what he does here. A little tapper goes foul, and we are off and running here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So I got to give you a little bit of crap here. I would say you're having much more fun doing a Bluff game than a Jackson game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no comment from me on that one. No comment from that. We got sister stations down at Cape Girardeau and Poplar Bluff. I'm not hurting any feathers.
Hey, I had to try. You can't blame a guy for trying, right? No balls and 2 strikes. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun when Jackson and Bluff plays later on this season. You look at Bluff right now, I already know how good Jackson can be and how well they probably will be. This one outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll tell you what, it makes for some dynamic plays coming up later on, and that game will be played at Jackson later on down the road. This one has popped up, and behind us, it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, you got to tip your cap to Dixon coming up on pitch number 75. Had a rocky first inning, but since then has only given up 2 runs.
Dixon pitching really well after giving up that 4-run first inning. He misses on this pitch. That was the curveball that he's been trying to work on all day. He hasn't been able to find the zone with it. Now, this is a guesstimate stat. I don't think he's been able to find the zone with it once. Almost all of these super outside slow pitches are curveballs from Dixon, but he's still working on it.
There's a ground ball hit sharply and goes through the third baseman, and it'll be at least a runner on first base now. Well, that was a hard hit ball. I'm going to have to give that a base hit. That was a smoked ball down the third base line.
Absolutely. You can't give that an error. It's also a freshman over there on third base, Brian Hernandez for Gosnell. Not scorekeeping for say, but for a coach's perspective, a freshman mistake, you got to get those out early. He will improve later on in the season. You talk about later on in the season, Frankie, Jackson and Poplar Bluff will match up at Jackson, but just in general, excited for this Poplar Bluff baseball season.
Coming up now, the 9-hitter, Cooper. Get down, baby, get down. There's a base hit by Cooper. Seagraves had to be hung up a little bit. Oh, Cooper is way off the bag, and he's going to have to hustle back. I don't blame Seagraves for hanging up just to make sure that ball wasn't caught.
Yeah, good base running all around. Even though Cooper almost outran his teammate at second base, the first baseman, Lambert, for Gosnell, was running with Cooper. He was not back at first to cover the bag in case that cutoff man for Gosnell did try and back pick him. The first baseman wasn't there. So I'd say it was great base running by Drew Cooper.
I've got no problem with the way Cooper ran, and Seagraves did what he had to do just in case that ball was caught. Mules were already doubled off once here in the ball game, and they had that in mind. 2 runners on, nobody down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And now Brent Bell takes the first pitch in there for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Brent Bell is 0 for 3. He is overdue, no doubt. Struck out. He's popped out once back to the pitcher and once out to man in left field. He is well overdue for his first hit of this season. There's a strike. Good pitch. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Count is even now at 1-1. I know the baseball team, they'll be hanging around. They'll be getting some eats after the ball game, and they are going over to Springfield tonight. I'll join them in the morning. My wife and I are going to go over there in the morning at 3:30. Pitch is outside for a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. I got to tell you, I don't think she's looking forward, though, to getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Cannot blame her, Frankie. Can't blame her.
But don't worry, she'll be snoozing by the time we exit Butler County, I can assure you.
I'm sure you're a madman on the highway, swerving and cutting up in lanes. She's not going to be able to sleep in that car, Frankie.
No, what I do is I turn the radio on to our station. The ball gets away, and a wild pitch, and now the Mules have a runner on first and third base. I was going to say I just turned it on Fox News. It works every time. Puts her to sleep. 3 balls and 1 strike here as Seagraves over to third base. 3 balls and 1 strike. Brant Bell, what an opportunity. He's got a runner in scoring position. Nobody down. Mules up 6-1.
Bell has been swinging all day. He's yet to reach base, but this is the time for him.
Runner takes off. This one popped up and out of play. It's fouled away, and now the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I do like the hit and run opportunity there by Brant Bell.
Full count here. Now, how many pitches is Dixon out? Because this Gosnell team does not have anybody warming up
yet. He's at 82 right now.
82 pitches. There's no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Now, as mentioned earlier, Gosnell does have a game tomorrow, so they're most likely trying to use Dixon as much as they can so they can use their relievers more tomorrow. Nobody warming up for Gosnell yet.
Here is the payoff pitch. This one is popped up, and now the runners have to hold. This one, get down. It's going to be just foul. Woo!
I mean, just foul. That was no more than 2 feet off of the fair grounds.
My goodness. I tell you what, Cooper, he ran 3/4 of the way, and he would have scored, I think, if that ball would have fell into fair territory.
Yeah, that ball was not super deep, but also not super shallow. The first baseman was absolutely not reaching that ball. The right fielder had a long run for it. You definitely could have saw some runners advance heavily on that.
I know you can see this if you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube, but for those on the radio, you can't see it. But, boy, there's a big gap out there between right field and that first base line. Runner takes off again. This one hangs up. For that reason, this one is going to get in for a hit. Boy, look at Brent Bell. He's hustling, and he almost outran Cooper there on first base. It is an RBI double. Mules now lead at 7-1.
Frankie, you just talked about the gap between first base and right field down on that foul line. How about the gap in every single baseball in right center field, but between the center fielder and the right fielder? Brant Bell gets his first hit of the season in beautiful fashion. A great at-bat, had a full count, multiple foul balls in that at-bat. And the reason we didn't see anybody warming up for Gosnell is they are going to bring in their freshman third baseman Hernandez to pitch. He'll begin warming up. Poplar Bluff, 2 runners on base with a 6-1 lead.
We'll take a break. We'll be back in 1 minute. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher coming up. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Every town needs a shop like Kevin's Auto Repair and Tire. Honest, reliable, and right around the corner. Kevin and Dora treat every customer like family, offering AC service, alignment, suspension work, brakes, tractor tires, and more. Need a tow? They'll come get you. At Kevin's Auto Repair and Tire, they take care of the community with fair prices and solid repairs. Call 573-840-5053 today. Kevin's Auto Repair and Tire on Cravens Road in Poplar Bluff.
We know the back roads. We know fixer-uppers and the forever homes. We know real estate. We know hard work. And we know how to bring families home. PB Realty, a premier brokerage.
All right, so we have a brand new pitcher on the mound, Brian Hernandez, the freshman, as Kyler made alluded to a moment ago. Marcus Tabanera, who is a senior, stepping in. Big opportunity, and this one is taken downstairs for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Big opportunity here. Still nobody out. Mules have extended their lead. They lead 7-1.
Yeah, huge opportunity here for Poplar Bluff. No outs, and you got 2 runners in scoring position still.
You've got the heart of the lineup still to come. I'll tell you something in just a minute, assuming Tabanera can drive in some runs, and this one is inside for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike, or make that 3 balls and no strikes. We do owe you a legal ID. We'll take it here after this at bat by Marcus Tabanera. Tabanera so far 1 for 2. He is singled, hit by a pitch, and popped out to right field. Still a big gap out there in right field. They are pulling him to go left. Inside, lost him on 4 straight pitches, and now the Mules have him loaded. We owe you a legal ID. We'll take it now on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network. It is at 6:30. Oh, this one, I believe it got the bat of Bryce Dobbs. He tried to duck out of the way. It winds up being a foul ball instead.
I mean, just an unlucky play for Poplar Bluff. Lucky if you're a Gosnell Pirate, but still, nonetheless, there are no outs. Poplar Bluff has already scored a run this inning, and the bases are now loaded.
Dobbs is 3 for 3 on the afternoon. Here is the pitch. There's a ground ball. This one up the middle. It's going to be cut off out at second and safe at first. A fielder's choice. So a run will come in to score. It is now an 8-1 ball game on the fielder's choice.
8-1 ball game. Only 1 out. They weren't able to turn the double play, so now you got runners on the corners. They'll probably see the runner Thompson for Poplar Bluff steal. He's already got 3 stolen bases on the day. Why not keep it going? But you see the catcher for Gosnell making a sign right here. Maybe they'll try and have a cutoff play. Maybe they'll try and gun him down at second. We'll have to see.
So Dobbs has been on base, or I should say has allowed Malik Thompson to get on base, that is. There's a strike called, and they're looking at Thompson. They know 3 stolen bases already on the day. They do not want it to be number 4.
Let's talk about the day Bryce Dobbs is having from behind the plate. He's already gotten a runner out. This pitch is delivered by Hernandez.
And Thompson, you're not going to get him on that one. And once again, count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. And Thompson, 4 stolen bases on the day.
So Bryce Dobbs, the number 3 hitter who just had that fielder's choice RBI, he's still 3 for 3 on the day.
This one gets away. A runner will come in, and he will score. Good job there by Brent Bell to slide, knowing that was going to be a ricochet, and now it is a 9-1 ball game.
Poplar Bluff stacking it up. Frankie, you asked me after the first inning, what's Coach Portillo telling his team after stacking up 4 runs? Are they going to keep going? What's he telling them? Yes, you keep going. You got to keep going. And here's what Poplar Bluff is doing. The runs are coming. 9-1 Mules way.
It is now called strike here, and I will tell you, with up to the plate now with Cade Huffman, Mules now are 2 runs away from ending this game early. They lead at 9-1. This one's an excuse me swing. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two the count. Just misses outside. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Mules have a runner on third base. It is Malik Thompson. Here is the pitch outside, and once again, Mules have him on the corners.
Hernandez just unable to find the zone consistently yet. It's a big yet. He's got time to find it, but he came in, walked the first batter that he saw to walk the bases loaded, and now he's walked his second batter that he has faced. Cade Huffman reaches first.
Miles Johnson up to the plate now. Big opportunity here. You say as ball one, the winning run is now Huffman. He stands on first base. It's crazy to say that, but it is true. An hour, 40 minutes now have gone by. Mules can win it here in the 5th. Runner takes off. This one is popped up. It was a hit and run. Lara going over in foul territory to make that catch. I'll tell you what, though, they are playing these Mules hitters to pull to the left. It makes you wonder if they were closer to that line, that may have been playable.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great perspective, Frankie. They are totally playing these righty hitters. Now, they're not doing it for Huffman, who was just up to bat, the lefty. But these righty hitters, they're wanting them to pull the baseball.
You may want to say that again, Kyler, because Tim don't believe that I have good points. There's a fly ball. This one right out to Lara, and he goes over to make the catch. Thompson comes in, and he will score on the sacrifice fly. It is now a 10-1 ball game.
Well,
still good at bat by the Mules.
Good at bat, and look at that right fielder for Gosnell. I said you had a great point. Maybe they did. Maybe they should have adjusted. I don't know. We'll see what Tim thinks of you having a great point, Frankie. But the right fielder for Gosnell was in the perfect position to make that baseball.
He was. Tanchavez now coming up to the plate. Tanchavez digs in. He's got a. Oh, this one got him on the elbow, and now the winning run is standing on second base.
2 outs. The next batter, the pitcher for Poplar Bluff, will be Campbell, and he'll get a chance with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position on second to end this game early. The kid only has 9 pitches today. He's only had 1 inning. He can do himself justice and give him some more pitches this weekend if he wants to get out of here.
And now Tanchavez standing on first base. First pitch, called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
How can Campbell earn himself more pitches this weekend while he's batting?
There's a ground ball. This one's going to go foul. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Can earn himself some more pitches by ending this game early. You see, they're going to play this weekend. They're going to need Campbell to pitch again. You don't want him to pitch too many today. He's clearly having a great outing. 9 pitches in his only inning.
So now Campbell 1 for 3. Outside, it's a ball, 2 balls, and a 1 strike. He is the ninth batter to bat in the inning. Mules will bat around with Seagraves on deck. Mules lead at 10-1, 1 run away from ending it. There's a rip. Get out, baby, get down. Here comes the Mules winning run, and the Mules will walk it off in the 5th inning. What a single there by the pitcher, and that is 11 runs, and that should be the ball game.
It's the first game of the season for everybody, Frankie, not just the Mules, not just the umpires.
It's 11-1. Thank you. I can hear Coach Patillo saying it's 11-1. There you go. Ball game, 1 hour and 43 minutes. Mules get it done. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how they played here today.
It's a pretty fantastic day of baseball. You got the Branson Series coming up this weekend. You get to go home early tonight. I know you're loving it, Frankie. You got to get up early in the morning tomorrow, get home early tonight. Man, what a game for Poplar Bluff. My first Poplar Bluff viewing experience. And a mercy rule, the opening game of the year. You couldn't ask for a better start for Poplar Bluff.
You're absolutely correct. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll have highlights and totals coming up, and I believe an interview with the head coach as well. That's all coming up when we come back. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.
Struggling to find that perfect gift for that person who has everything? Find unique treasures at the Gift Chest.
At Whitworth's Gift Chest Jewelers, we have over 6 decades of expertise bringing you unique and beautifully crafted jewelry, gifts, and one-of-a-kind artwork.
We are locally and family-owned, and we also offer custom creations, jewelry repairs, and we buy scrap gold, silver, and platinum. Let our family take care of yours. That's Whitworth's Gift Chest Jewelers,
where Walmart is next door to us in Poplar Bluff.
From little bites to big appetites, there's something for everyone. At Costello's Restaurant in Poplar Bluff, we serve fresh, made-to-order meals that satisfy every craving. From St. Louis-style pizzas to hand-cut certified Angus beef steaks, fresh seafood, and home-style pastas, every bite is packed with flavor. Costello's makes the perfect date night or a meal out with friends and family. Start your morning with our full breakfast menu available every day. Costello's, where every meal is a masterpiece.
Looking to make your home more comfortable, functional, and stylish? At Hefner Furniture and Appliance, we've got everything you need to create the perfect space. From cozy sofas and plush recliners to beautiful bedroom sets, dining furniture, and top brand mattresses that guarantee a great night's sleep. With easy financing options and free local delivery, Hefner makes it simple and affordable to bring comfort home. Visit our massive showroom in Poplar Bluff. You can also browse and shop anytime online at hefnerfurniture.com.
Insurance decisions shouldn't be a shot in the dark. With expert advice, personalized service, and a wide range of carriers, Ozark Legacy Insurance Partners should be your first choice. We're not just experienced agents, we're your partners. We offer a wide range of carriers for tailored coverage and better rates. So expect a handshake, a chat, and solutions that fit like a well-tailored suit. For auto, home, business, life, health, and even Medicare, make Ozark Legacy Insurance Partners your first choice for insurance. It's our family protecting your family.
Mules get their first win of the season. It took 1 hour and 43 minutes here to complete this game. What a walk-off by Campbell. I tell you what, this kid is going to be fun to watch here this season. And not sure if we're going to get the coach up here or not, mainly because it is our first game of the year. And right now, they are meeting right now, Kyler. They are giving out their MVP awards. I do see Coach Patillo now. He might be walking this direction. I believe our flamethrower is going to belong to Ryan Tanchavez. And, of course, our offensive player, you would think, has to be Bryce Dobbs. I mean, I would think that, Kyler. He had a great game, got on base, or at least got Malik Thompson on base every time. I do see Coach walking over this direction. It'll be interesting to kind of ask him his thoughts on our first game of the season. What do you think his thoughts are going to be?
Well, Frankie, I'll give you my real quick thoughts before Coach Portillo comes up here and steals my mic. I am amazed by these awards that Poplar Bluff gives out. The flamethrower on the top of the head, the mule on top of the head. I had no idea they did this super cool tradition. Look, you just talk about the way that this Poplar Bluff team wanted to play baseball today. They did just that. They came out early and got on the board. 4 runs in the first inning. All their pitchers aced. Only 1 run given up today. It was just an all-around beautiful game for Poplar Bluff. My name, Kyler Messenger, signing off of the color commentary for today's games. I appreciate you letting me come in and call with you today, Frankie.
You bet you. Anytime. And now we're gonna get ready for it. Kyler did a great job. So happy to have him on the broadcast. He might end up being our lucky charm. You never know. Let's turn things over now to Coach Patillo. And, Coach, I tell you what, it was kind of bizarre not having a scoreboard to look up to. Thank goodness you had somebody that can do a game changer.
Yeah.
No offense. I tell you what, let's get right in.
We marked it on the
I know you did. I knew you were going to say something like that. Let's get right into it. And I know the flamethrower, you're going to give it to Ryan Tanchavez, but I want to go right to Drew Cooper. I thought he had 2 strong innings, Coach, and threw 11 pitches his last inning. And then what about Brock Campbell? 9 pitches, walk-off base hit, good vibes all around.
Yeah, this is a good way to start. And, had a lot of guys that coming in today. We had 3 different lineups. And
I know.
And we didn't, we've got some guys, and that's what we told them too, because tomorrow morning we're going to catch Shock and, pitch probably Cade and Miles early, and then come back in the second game, and Dobbs will catch that one. But I feel real comfortable. And one thing I told them, I said, we started popping the ball up a little bit, getting down in front of this guy, trying to do too much instead of staying within ourselves. And we've got some guys over there that can hit, and we're going to move them in and out and but it was good to see that we did make an adjustment there in the middle of the game and kind of got away from the pop-ups.
One thing that I saw that I was very impressed with, and I know you'll feel the same way, but the Mules played very well, 0 in the air column, and that's got to make you feel pretty proud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you know, you expect it out of this group because this group's been playing long enough here, and but part of that is your pitchers taking care of their business, and you know, the guys knowing where to be, and you know, reading our pitchers and knowing, you know, what pitches they're throwing, and just anticipating and being good defensive players. But we have some good defensive players.
You really do, and I was going to say I want to get right into Dobbs. What a great game, on base every time, allowing Malik Thompson not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 stolen bases. You do something like that, you're setting yourself up for success.
Yeah. Malik, we know, can really help us. At one of the lineups, I had him in there, and he'll get his shot this weekend and get a chance to play. He's doing some good things. His arm's he's struggled with his arm a little bit, and so we've just kind of been taking it easy with him. But, you know, as soon as he's full force, we've got 5 or 6 guys that play the outfield that they've all been hitting the ball, and I like our depth. I like the fact that it's pushing our other guys because we've got guys that are behind them and can play.
I'll tell you what, defensively, you can't not mention Miles Johnson there at shortstop. He was a spectacular defenseman today.
Yeah.
Or I think so anyway.
And, yeah, Miles is so solid. You know, he had one game last year where he committed 4 errors.
I remember.
He kind of got his head down a little bit, but, you know, I played shortstop most of my career, and I booted the ball around, and it's going to happen. But, you know, Miles is such a good athlete and just has such a good feel for everything, and so he had a good game today.
Now, I guess the hard question would be, because I know you've thought maybe a little bit about this, but not much. Tell me, coming up in Game 1 tomorrow, give me again, what do you think the pitching might look like? But more importantly, I know especially coming up on Friday, I would assume we're going to see some pitch counts on these guys.
Oh, yeah. All weekend, you know, we're not going to let anybody go too much. But like I said, Cade Miles more than likely will be throwing the first game. If we have to get to a third person, we have different options. We got a couple of young lefties that we can bring in. We've got, several guys. So we feel good about it. I think did Drew stay under 30 pitches today?
He got right at 30.
Yeah.
So, right at 30.
You know, we can throw him tomorrow if we need to, but probably these guys that threw today will throw some Saturday.
I'll tell you what, it was a great win. So now the rest of this evening will consist of, I'm assuming they'll get something to eat and maybe cleaned up possibly, and then you guys are hitting the road to Springfield tonight.
Yeah, we've got some parents that bought some sandwiches for us, and we're going to go grab a sandwich and go get on the bus and go.
And I will see you in the morning. I'm leaving at 3:30 in the morning, so I might be cranky, I might be tired, but it's going to be a lot of fun coming up tomorrow. And the best part is we're going to be in Branson. And, oh, by the way, it's going to be in the low 80s with plenty of sunshine. That, my friend, is baseball weather.
Yes, it is.
In my opinion.
I don't know if it would be low 80s at 10 o'clock. But
maybe not at 10, but by 3 it will be. And, by the way, Miss Patillo said, be nice to me, and she promised me some good old-fashioned bologna sandwiches very, very soon.
That woman,
I love her to death.
She's
great.
She says bologna sandwich?
Because she loves me. I'm like a son to her.
She can't cook.
That's a lie. I know better than that. I did not say that, Miss Patillo. Real quick, for those that are listening, that are watching right now, what I like about this team, Coach, you guys have such a huge following, just a lot of support with this team. What do you want to say to them?
Oh, we just appreciate. You saw the crowd out here.
I did.
You know,
it's great.
I know they view us online, and it's wonderful, and it's good for our community, and it's good for this group of kids. They're a good group of kids. We all, have issues from time to time, including the coaches. But no, I
guys
just
are
think
great.
the world of this group.
Sure.
And I've enjoyed them immensely.
Well, Coach, thank you for walking up here and talking to us, and more importantly, safe travels over to Springfield. We'll catch up with you guys in the morning in Branson, and let's have a great weekend out west.
Sounds good.
You betcha, Coach. John David Patillo in his 4th season as the head coach. Glad to have him alongside. Mules get it done today, 11-1. They are now 1-0 this season. Gosnell now falls to 4-5. So we got to get out of here. We got to get on the air or on the road in the morning. Big shout out once again to Kyler Messenger for joining us on the broadcast. Also, Steve Seawright. My boss, Tereska, was here as well. We want to say thank you again to all of our great sponsors, making Mules baseball possible. Without them, we could not do what we do. First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialists, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Costello's, Hefner's Furniture and Appliance, also being brought to you by Ozark Legacy Insurance, Heartland Express, The Manor, Pizza Inn, Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, American Family Insurance Agent Gerald Zerwanka, Wolf Creek Power Sports, Christian Automotive and Tire, Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge, Air Solutions, Oakdale Care Center, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Maverick Glass, Big Whiskeys, Baldwin Chevrolet, Kent Galton Shelter Insurance, and Ozark Total Health Care. We are saying so long from Bobby Strenfel Field. Mules get it done 11-1. Back on the air tomorrow morning at around 9:45 with our first pitch set for 10 a.m. We'll be live at Branson High School coming up tomorrow morning, the home of the Pirates. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your night. I'm Frankie Castillo saying so long as the Mules get it done 11-1. You've been watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Stinson Press Mules Radio Network.